So welcome to DBC Inc. Facebook Live. Actually, we're live on YouTube now. We're streaming both places. So we're super excited to have you all join in with us today. We have a very special birthday. We have the author here with us, Jay Adams. We're stoked to have him on the show. So welcome, Jay. We're so excited for you. It looks like Ryan is joining in. And if you guys will just follow suit like Ryan and tell us who you are, where you're from, put any comments over in the comment section, because every single one of those comments allows you to be entered to win a free DBC Inc. book of choice. And we know it's like the holiday season. Everybody's looking for the perfect gift. This is a perfect time to add some comments over in the comment section, and maybe you could be the one who wins a prize book of choice. So without further ado, and while you guys are introducing yourself over in the comment section, I'm going to let Jay tell us a little bit about him, what he does. He is the author of our brand new book, Student Equals Human. We are super excited about this book. And I think if any of you have ever heard me talk on here, you know I love all the realness. And I think Jay really brings the realness in this book, and I'm super excited about its message and sharing it with the world. So Jay, please do tell us more about you, what you do, and yeah, let's just start there.
Okay. Thanks so much for having me, Tara. This is, there's my pastor. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, my name is Jay. I'm the headmaster at Edgewood Academy in Elmore, Alabama. Started teaching in 2000. You know, I don't know what else I would do if I didn't do this. And that's kind of part of what led to the book. Was after about 3 years teaching, I found myself really frustrated. And I didn't know at the time what we know now. There's a ton of research on how teachers burn out in that 3 to 5 year window, but nobody had told me that. Mm-hmm. And so my personality is such that when I hit a problem, I get very analytical and I get obsessive about it. And so I started reading everything I could from teachers who looked like they enjoyed their job, because I was tired of not enjoying mine. And after a few years of that, I had sort of discovered this new way of being. And it's not a complicated idea. It's as simple as it gets, that my students in my classroom are human beings like I am. And so if I would like something, they would probably like it. And if I have a need, they probably have that need too. And I started reframing a lot of what I did, especially in terms of classroom management and student interaction that way. And really at this point, you know, I'm at the point where I get up every day. I can't wait to go to work. Problems tend to take care of themselves and be very minimal. And at some point I noticed there were a lot of teachers around me who hadn't found that. And so I really sort of started writing the book as, you know, if time traveling Jay could go back to 2003 and hand 3-year teacher Jay a book that would fix his problem, what would that book look like? Because I just, you know, there are a lot of teachers who they come into the profession with the best of intentions, but 3 or 4 years in, you know, it just feels like something's missing. And so I wanted to kind of give them a different way to think about what they do every day. And that's where the book came from.
I'm super excited about this. Well, I can just let you talk, Jay. I just love to hear your accent. It's so adorable.
You know, in my head, that accent doesn't exist. But,
I know. Everyone in the so I'm from the South, Southeast Texas, and every time we go home, I always just love listening to the family talk, and they're always like, "We don't have an accent."
Yeah.
Oh, but you do. You have like 6 syllables for the word bug. But yeah, it's so fun. But I'm super excited to have you on the DBC team. I love your message. I love what you're bringing to the table. And I love the fact that we are just reminded and that we are human, and reminding others that we teach humans. And I think your handle on Twitter is teaches humans. I love that, because it's so important that we remind ourselves that everyone has a story and everyone has something that they're going through. I said this the other night on one of these lives, but I read something the other day, and it said people aren't being difficult, they're experiencing difficulty. And I love that, because it's important that we remember we're all in this together. 2020 has just been crazy and just interesting, with lack of a better word. And I think it's important that we remember that maybe these children, maybe our students, aren't being difficult. They're not trying to make us miserable. They're just experiencing difficulty and they don't know how to handle it. So what are you, Jay, for the readers to gain from your book? I know when we put our books out there, so vulnerable, it's very challenging, honestly, to put your words out there and share that with the world. And you can share a little bit of that as well, but I'm curious to know, what are you hoping that the readers just really gain and take and are able to apply in their anywhere learning setting?
That's a good question. The biggest thing is anybody who's been in education for any length of time knows that there's some percentage of teachers that just, there's my pastor mocking me again. Thank you, Britt. There's some percentage of teachers that are, they're very visibly struggling. They struggle with classroom management. One of the things that, as I was kind of coming out of my dark period and figuring out how to do this thing differently, I remember vividly sitting in a classroom and hearing a teacher 2 classrooms over doing everything he could wrong to get a class under control, and just sitting there thinking, knowing what he was doing was never going to work, and just sort of wishing I could walk in there with 5 bullet points on a piece of paper and go, just do these things, just do these 5 things. And of course, you would never do that to another teacher in the moment, because that would not go well. And so I was trying to think about, how do you do that? And all I could come up with was to sort of start writing things down. And that's where the book came from, was just a hope that we would lose fewer young teachers to burnout in that 3 to 5 year window, that this would be something they could lean on. And because we talk a lot about pedagogy, and we talk a lot about curriculum, and we talk a lot about we talk a lot about tech and software. We talk about all these things that solve teacher problems, but really the most fundamental thing, I think, is this, that until you understand your students are running the same software you run, and if you don't get that, nothing else, all the hardware in the world won't fix the problem. And that's kind of what I'm hoping. And then I think there are a lot of older teachers who, as they not older, let's go with seasoned. There are a lot of teachers who've been in it for a while. I'm 41 now. I'm one of the old ones. There are a lot of teachers who, as they go, they start to forget some of the things that drew them to this profession in the first place. And I was hopeful that maybe as they read it, they would come across some ideas that would spark something in them that would sort of redeem the second half of their career.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's super important. And I love that your book, well, I'll let you describe this. So maybe you can describe for us, how is your book laid out? What can the readers expect to see and feel and walk through physically or emotionally inside your book?
Okay, yeah.
I was going to share it, but I'll let you share it. It's way more fun.
We just sort of open with a framing of the problem that at the end of the day, when you look at the data, you look at the surveys, there's some sort of there's a problem with school. Overwhelming numbers of students say they don't enjoy their time in school. Overwhelming numbers of teachers feel frustrated and burned out. And those two things have to somehow be tied together. And so the thing that I think we're missing a lot of the time is we get carts before horses. And it's just what I said a minute ago. We worry a lot about getting everything secondary lined up without getting the primary thing right, which is just an absolute understanding that teachers and students, are both human beings. And there's a lot of shared humanity and a lot of shared things that go into that relationship. And then the book kind of walks through the different things that humans do. Humans laugh, humans love, human beings all matter equally, but that does not mean that all human beings are going to be equal in the outcomes of their efforts. Humans cheat, humans do things wrong. We talk about that a little bit in the book, and how do you deal with that? And the overarching theme through all of it is just the idea that if we keep in the back of our head, or really the front of our head, that the kids are running the same software we're running. And if I'm doing it, if my tools would frustrate me, if I wouldn't be happy sitting in my own classroom, then something's broken, and we got to fix that first.
Yes. Love it. Beautifully stated. I think I love the layout of it too, and how each chapter just starts with humans do something. And I think it's just important for us to remember that, you know, and really when you think about it, we're all more alike than we are different.
Yeah.
We really are. And I think too often we forget that. We forget the core, right? And I think that's what this book is all about, is just getting to the heart, getting to the core of who we teach and not necessarily what we teach, because when we understand who we teach, then and when we can relate to who we teach, then they are just more apt to learn anything that we provide them. So super excited about Student Equals Human. If you guys have any questions over in the chat, we have 23 people over there, and I don't think we have 23 comments over there. So be sure and drop your comments over in the comment section. Remember, every single comment is entered to win a free DBC Inc. book of choice. So as always on these book birthday celebrations, we like to give you a gift. And that's just for being a great supporter of us. And you can choose a book from our website. So we will choose one of those winners this evening, or usually it's around 8-ish p.m. Central Standard Time, give or take, when we choose a winner. So be sure and get your comments over there. And if you have any questions, please do drop them over there. You have the author right here. He can answer them for you. Thank you, Jared. We are excited for you to read this book. We will have the link if you're not the lucky winner. The link will be up above the video and down below on YouTube. So you can also click those links. And within those links, you can preview the book for free, which is super cool because you get an idea. You can get an idea of the table of contents and all the great things inside the book, even the first couple of chapters. So you definitely want to check that out. Thanks for joining us, Mary and Robin. I love your pastor being in here. Thank you for joining us. Super exciting. And yeah, I don't always dress this amazing, but we had an ugly Christmas sweater team meeting. And
Hey,
I told Jay, okay, we're going on live on your book birthday. And I literally just clicked off of that Zoom link into this one. So you guys get the best of the best today. But we have a great celebration. So we do have a couple of questions. Would it feel like a win? No, Josh. We had some sibling rivalry in here. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. Your pastor likes that too. So thank you all for joining us today. We won't hold you any longer, but please do check out Student Equals Human. You'll be seeing a lot of this beautiful cover all around. Rebecca says Josh wins. I agree. It's his book birthday. He gets whatever he wants. It's your birthday. And yeah, thank you for joining us. Jay, any last words you want to share with anyone before we close out today?
Not really, other than the books. It's a really simple idea. The idea that you should get up every day and like what you do, and I hope that it helps people do that.
And I think it will. I definitely think it will. We're very excited about this new add to our DBC Inc. family. It's actually our last book that'll publish this year. And the next books that you'll see from DBC Inc. will be coming out in 2021. But we do have some great specials that we're running right now, some 4 for 40 deals. So you definitely want to go over to the website and check that out as well. Just go to daveburgessconsulting.com, look under the books tab and go to special offer. You can get all kinds of great tips and cool things there. Maybe you're looking for some gift ideas, you can find those there. And then remember that Dave will be, just a little housekeeping, Dave will be hosting all the shows next week. I'll be on vacation. So you get the captain. You definitely want to tune in for that. He's fantastic. I love listening to him, and he's my boss. So you definitely want to tune in for him running those shows next week. And thank you always for your support and all of the great things that you do to help our company and help our authors share their manifestos with the world. So Jay, congratulations. Happy book birthday. Robin said it best. And we are super excited about Student Equals Human. So please do go check it out. We have the links over in the comment section. We'll also have them up above and below the videos. So thanks everyone for joining us today. Be on the lookout for one of those lucky winners at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye everyone. Till next time.
Thanks, Tara.